Hello and welcome to the show. I have currently got a cat headbutting my foot because he's desperate for attention. I'm sorry, buddy. I've just started a recording. But Cass has turned up. He's a bit weird. But yes, it is time for some more GTA racing. Why do I get the feeling I'm being boxed in so I can't actually start this one? Yeah, I had a feeling that was... Whoa! Hey, Hyper. Where did you come from? Oh, bounced over that one. And Amy's managed to explode immediately as well. Who is starting the wrong way? We're off, apparently. Oh, well, sorry, Mute. The just silliness at the start. Oh, is it Gliska going backwards? I guess that's one way to do it. Oh, that's a hill. That's a hill and a half. Okay, that's something to remember for next time around. Oh, there's a petrol station near. Well, I mean, it'd be quite difficult to end up in that petrol station. Not that I'm saying we should test that out, but that would be an unusual one to find a way into over the natural course of racing. Oh, bloody hell, there are cars either side and cars behind, and it's all a little bit sketchy down here. I had a feeling I just saw something ping off into oblivion, but I don't quite know if I actually did. Never mind. Ooh, okay, so we're going to race up towards... I'm curious to see where this track goes, actually. We're racing up towards the kind of university. This is a road not built for 5 wide. Doesn't really work, does it? Whoa! I'm glad I backed out of it. And they continue to try and fit 5 wide in places 5 wide doesn't work. Now, we have all been told, and whether we're going to listen or not, I don't know, that there's a bit that you can only go 1 wide through, and I'm pretty sure it's this section that Longbow was talking about. Longbow being the creator of this circuit. I think that was the section they meant. I would presume so. That is quite narrow. We could probably fit 2 cars wide. We shouldn't, but we probably could in a pinch. Not that I'm saying I'm going to try. I'm not that stupid, but I'm also suspecting it to be tried at some point, especially when it's the final lap of the race. Oh, God. This track is sort of... It's... I'm trying to read. I'm trying to read what I said on the blimp. It just said Alex something move, I think. It's move over? Whoa! But I couldn't read the full message. Yeah, so there's some really fast section of this track, and then there's some really narrow sections. An interesting combination. I mean, this car, it's the, what's the Cinque Mille or something along those lines? It's a Maserati, potentially a newer Quattroporte? Or Gibble or whatever it is. It's a Maserati saloon car. Does it actually have a new Quattroporte? No, I don't know. It must be the Gibble. It's not actually called the Gibble, I know. I've always called it that. And the name stuck, so that's why I call it that, basically. But, yeah, it's actually quite a good car as far as the sedan class goes. We are going to come under threat soon, I suspect. I don't quite... Oh, there you go. Gliska will go to the outside, and then we will have Stevie joining the group. Or wasn't really gapped to go where I wanted to in that. I mean, it's better off just to lift. I say that. I don't actually think we touched clear. I think there's a little bit of lag going on. We're getting launched up onto our side. Actually, everyone's doing that. It's quite a touring car-esque curb going on through that. As we head up towards the observatory, try and get our car. Ooh, turn. That kind of curbing and guttering there is vicious into the super narrow section of the track. Everyone is mostly well behaved. Oh, for God's sake. Well, now I've spun on the really narrow section and it's gone wrong. That's what happens when you try and overtake through there. I got tagged by Team Orange on the way in, so I was out of position, and then Joe tried to make up the most of one position, but I had nowhere else I could go. I can't even get out of the way because it's so narrow through there. You kind of already committed. Bloody hell. Now, there is a chance we can catch back up. We got a couple of laps. I mean, we'll be running in kind of clean air for a bit. We can work together. What the hell was that in the background? Something went absolutely flying. I don't know what it was, but yeah, someone went flying. I think it was I thought it was the purple car. I could be wrong. So we will fly through this final chicane with as much speed as we can. And oh, Joe tried to follow and did not quite get it right. That was a big crash. We bundled through the first corner. Right, so there's a big group of cars at the front, and then a gap back to one solitary car, and then this little group. We need to work together here. That's what we need to do to try and drag ourselves towards. Okay, so level 8 is a little bit on their own. We need to not fight. We need to not fight each other and work together to slipstream when we can. So we'll let Mute get a little bit away. That's why I didn't really bother curb boosting down there, because I want to slingshot, and then hopefully, oh, bloody hell, those bumps. So hopefully Amy will pass us, and then we can return all the manoeuvring. Did not quite work this time around, but that's fine. We'll be in position to still do some teamwork up this hill. So just hold a line, let them go past, that's fine. And then we'll duck back into line. Yeah, okay, this is working. This is how you want to do it. Now, the trick is, only really pass on the straights. When we get to this section, don't even be thinking about having a look. You don't want to. There's no need. You know it's only going to cost you time. So just follow the cars through. Try and get a good exit, which we do. And I mean, we're basically back at the lead group, to be fair. Like a couple of straights working together. In some of these races, especially a track like this, that, okay, it has got some technical sections, sorry, but it does also have some long straights. If you teamwork well together with some other cars, you can really make up those differences. Sadly, I was in the wrong place for getting any slipstream there. Big wreck up ahead that has seen Stevie spun. Chris is rejoining. And yeah, we are pretty much back in the fight. We are on the... I don't think Amy realised we were going to the outside. That was, to be fair, it was a little bit of an unusual manoeuvre. Chris and level 8 taking some explory lines through all of that. We're back up to 6th now. I think there was some lag going on from one of the cars up ahead, but never mind. Oh, we're on to the final lap of the race. Chris with a big dive bomb to the inside. I mean, it just about worked. It's a touring car pass if ever I saw one, but it did work, I guess. Very nearly ended up spinning Chris on that one, because at some point we had to turn in to try and make that corner, but we all got away with it, just about. Ewan and Blakey fighting away at the front. It seems like the field has dropped behind us. There's going to be manic trying to get slipstream down that really long back. After the narrow section, like here is important. I'm actually a bit too far back, which is disappointing. Although they may well have a big crash at the end of this. We're really in no man's land. They had a big crash before the braking zone. We will try and just pick up the pieces. I mean, at the moment, we're kind of driving a little bit of a let's just stay out of trouble race. I mean, sometimes though those work. I am often the one that goes for a stay out of trouble race, and it doesn't always pan out, no, but you find yourself towards the front more often than not. No. Longbow wisely backed out of this one. Ewan is in trouble over the fence, but gets away with it. Longbow jumps the curb. I mean, Glister's got a big lead, but we know what's going to happen coming down here. We've got massive slipstream going on there. Level 8's gone with us. I know we've got to try and make this corner now. Can I get into the draft of these two? We'll probably need somebody else's help. The problem is I only want one car to appear. I don't want the whole group to turn up. Level 8 with a big amount of airtime is out wide. That's actually not very helpful. Got no slipstream help from that. We've only got one corner to go. Well, one kind of corner. And then it's an almost flat-out final chicane, and we are too far back. Unless Blakey and Gliska get connected and have a big crash, there's nothing I can do about it. There's a run to the line. Blakey's going to claim it. Gliska takes second. We will take a third. 2 Team Orange cars on the podium at least is something. Yeah, just didn't quite get close enough at the end there. So, a little bit of a shame. Like the track. It's a good challenge. It is a challenge. It's a real challenge around there. Hyper gets fastest lap of the race. I mean, we were kind of close. Mute was kind of close as well. In the 204s, managing to. I think it was when we were running kind of together in that group when you're in a little bit cleaner air. Of course, you've got full power and all the slipstream in the world is going to help get those quick lap times. Oh, Yeah, challenging circuit, but good fun to race around. Fairly happy with the result. We head on to our second race. We've got the Casco. Now, I managed to disconnect in the lobby for this one. Longbow is hosting, which is why we are now down at the back of the grid. The grid is sorted by ping. Longbow being from Canada often does have terrible ping compared to the rest of us. Understandable, really. They're connecting from the furthest in these GTA races. But yeah, Longbow is pretty much always at the back when I host. Apparently, if Longbow's host, it's my turn to be at the back. I don't know why. Of all the people from mostly England, but certainly Europe, it is me that has the worst connection with Longbow, but there we go. However, of course, it's a 5-lap race here. Cranes climb the wall and everyone's got a bit stuck there. There'll be plenty of time to work our way forward. I mean, we've got to try and stay out of trouble. Always the trick with these. I mean, yeah, not a perfect start for us, but we lost a bit of time, but not all of the time. So yeah, we saw how possible it is to catch up, especially if you get a couple of cars working together around here. It is eminently plausible we will catch by the end of this lap even. We know the group ahead will probably bunch up going through the narrow section. That's the bit that I'm expecting to see everything slow down. I mean, I'm not going to lift to let Ewan catch us. We're not at that level of desperation, because I don't think we're going to need to. I think Ewan will probably catch us. I think as we head through here, we're all going to back up anyway. So we will all have a slipstream partner on the exit. Gliska's ended up pointing the wrong way. Well, it's got Scruffy through here. I mean, we've got... we did what I said we wanted to. Basically, just kept our nose clean. We saw what was going on and stayed away from it. Oh, there's a lot of understeer. There's a lot more understeer in these than the sedans we were racing. That was massive understeer. And you can tell there's a lot more understeer than any of us were expecting, because everybody's done the same thing. That was a lot of ambition from Joe there, and that did not work. Oh. That was a little nudge from somebody, really upset our car. Oh. Nope. Okay, there is just not the grip in this at all that I was expecting there to be. That was just... There's no way I was making that corner with that much speed. I think the blimp says something about ping as well, I think I just saw, but who knows whether we'll be able to read it this lap around. I like this circuit as a challenge. It is a tough track. It is definitely a tough track to get right. A mix of really technical sections, very long, high-speed sections as well. I'm going to have a lift there, just because... Oh, I had a lift there to try and avoid a crash, and then I caused a crash anyway. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, I lifted to not make it 3 wide, and then I braked where I wanted to brake, which was later than the cars in front, which is a bit foolish, and now we've beansed it up. God damn it. Come on. We can be better than this. We need to be better than this, because the leaders are getting away. As I said, if I'm going to make these mistakes, I'd rather do them now than at the end of the race. That is a huge amount of overspeed with the slipstream there. That just it just went. However, I mean, that's good. We'll be ahead. We'll move over to the left. We will let cars behind go if they haven't really got the toe up here that they were hoping for. It's not quite worked as well as it was before. Well, the bump kind of helped. They go. Yeah, I was going to say, who's going to yield? We were quite a lot further ahead. And there's no... This stage of the race really is no point fighting for this position. All you want to do is get a good run on the exit. I'm not going to fight you. When we're this close to the lead group, at this early in the race, I am not fighting you for position. I'm happy to let you go, because it means you'll give me slipstream down the next straight, I'll give you it down the straight after that, and we can just swap. Because that is the way more efficient way of doing this. Now, I am not going to try to go around the outside there. We've already seen how dicey it can be with these cars, and Hyper runs wide. Now, Amy is going... there is a way back on the track there. Amy's looking to the outside. I think that's a long way round that's not quite going to work. Ooh. Okay, these do not like getting light contact. That was the smallest bump on the bumper, and got really upset. So let's not do that again. Let's avoid that. No bump drafting with these. I mean, our little group, if we don't do anything silly on this lap, I think we'll be back to the lead pack, although I lost a lot of time down there with just some sliding. A lot of understeer again through that corner. I think Amy will get the pass done here, just because it's a long way around the outside. Oh, don't tell me that's rain. Oh, that's not what we needed. These cars are already struggling for grip. Well, the weather gods have thrown a spanner in the works here. What is this going to do to the race? I genuinely don't know. It depends on how heavy the rain shower is. If this absolutely chucks it down, this could get very dicey. Is that the slippy surface prop as well that gets very slippery in the rain? I don't know. I'm not sure, but this might get very dicey. Oh well, we do like a change. Everyone likes a changeable weather race. They are very exciting. Let's see what happens in this one. We have caught the lead pack as Ewan clonks a hay bale and makes a little bit of a mess of things, but we are all through cleanly, at least. After that, Dangerman leads from level 8. Then there's Blakey representing Team Orange up there. Then we have Ewan, Longbow, me, Amy and Hyper are not far behind and are going to be joining this group. It is now chucking it down. Perfect. Already not the easiest cars to race. I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad to drive. They are just challenging, as classic sports cars should be. I am going to have a lift through here because I don't know what we're going to see. Oh, big moment for Danger Man there. I've got a massive amount of slipstream. We will jump ourselves into second place, level 8 with the super wide line through all of that. I feel like that's borderlining a little bit of a cheaty line. Like running wide on that corner is one thing, but running wide to set up the final chicane is a little sneaky. Although, admittedly, in the rain, it's easy to make some of the little mistakes. Oh, where do you brake now? Oh! Yeah, the conditions have made this trickier, because now all my braking zones are very different to what they were last lap around. They're very different to what they were last lap around. I think we're going to have a pink car having a dive to the inside. It does get stopped. It does get stopped, but there is contact. It ends up slow. I get stuck on the outside of all of that. We get a good slingshot, though, and we'll pass Danger Man, who was waiting for Amy, who has got a massive run all the way down here. Oh, but then you got to pull it up in time. Ewan's never stopping that. Ewan was not even close to stopping that. Yeah, if you get a big slipstream pull and you are not ready on the brakes to kind of quell all that sudden overspeed, in these conditions it gets worse. This corner's tough in the dry. I mean, the rain is not the most ridiculous thing. Oh, Danger Man and Amy can't stop getting in trouble by the looks of it. The rain isn't the biggest difference in GTA. It's not like a proper sim racing game, but it's still very much a thing. It still does make a difference to the grip. Your cars aren't going to turn in as well. They're going to oversteer more. You're going to have to be earlier on the brakes and things like that. We're having a look to the inside. Can't quite do it there. We will duck back into line, try and find some slipstream. There it is. We're going to go side by side through here. We do successfully, actually. I thought level 8 was about to back out, but didn't. I think the blimp says, Alex, can you move to Canada so I can be higher up the grid or something. I think it's something to do with, or can you move Pierce? It's something to do with me moving so Longbow's not always at the back. Ironic then that this is the race where I disconnected and Longbow got given host. So, I mean, funnily it kind of worked. The blimp message did kind of work. Look at that, blimps predicting the future and everything. It looks like it's going to be a 3-car battle for the lead between level 8 Danger Man and me in this one. Could go either way. Blakey's not so far behind if we all stumble over each other. Might be a little too late to catch, although we've seen, I mean, I had a lap on my own and that was quite effective at catching up a lead group, although that was a bigger group of cars. 3 cars don't really slow each other down as much, though I had a terrible line through there. I just got that all crossed up. We'll get a big slipstream pull all the way down here. I don't know if I actually want that. It's such a dicey braking zone. I say that, well, we will go for it. I will just be careful under brakes. We saw what happened to Ewan. I'd honestly rather be careful under brakes there. Oh, why did that kick sideways? It kicked sideways. I thought the bush would upset it, which is fair enough, but that was kicking sideways before I even got to the bush. That was uncalled for game, but never mind. We shall lead the way up here, but then I can't stop it in time. There's just no grip. Level 8's alongside. Danger Man is behind. Now, who is going to yield? Level 8 does in the end. Ow. That's a wall. I'm all out of shape through there. Really not getting the car turned at all through that section. The rain is easing up a little bit, but it's going to be too late to do much about this race. It is just soaked to the track. Wasn't expecting that at all. Was not expecting the weather intervention, but I mean, I do like that the rain can randomly turn up in a GTA race. It's kind of fun that you suddenly have to deal with this. Danger Man is going to go to, in fact, it's not going to go to the inside, not going to have a chance to, as we will be passed before the corner. However, I suspect someone might be firing back. It is Danger Man going past. Where did Level 8 go? Level 8's just vanished out of sight there. I don't know where they vanished to. We are both sliding through that corner. Can we get ourselves in a good position through this final section? No, we got a big kick of oversteer. It's going to be a drag race to the line, but the oversteer killed it. Danger Man's going to win it. We will cross the line in second. Just a big oversteer moment as I came through that. I got too greedy on the big green tube curbs on that one, trying to just carry as much momentum as I could. Yeah, level 8 must have made a mistake at the high-speed kink on that back straight, because they were right with us there, and just vanished, plummeted to 4th. Well, we got 2 Team Orange cars on the podium once again. Team Orange has been high point scoring so far. Not quite been able to get victories, but a high point scoring round here. Danger Man takes the victory. Me and Blakey on the podium. Good front track. Rain made that one terrifying. We'll go with that. Gotta love random rain intervention. However, yeah, it was a very good race. I was slightly annoyed myself a little bit. Couldn't quite get it out of the final corner. We tried. Didn't quite work, but there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and a big thank you to Longbow for building that wonderful track. That shall be it from me, though. Until next time, a goodbye.